Hello everyone, my name is Felicia. Today I'm here to make a brief presentation for you, and the topic of our presentation is drought. We will detail the impact of river drying on local indigenous people. The members of our group are Wang Han, Faria, Li Jianhong, and myself. And now I'd like to introduce the outline of our presentation. We divided it into four main parts. They are site analysis, inhabited analysis, emergency response, and last one is precedent. Let us begin with the location. The rivers we choose to analyze are the Bowen and the Nemo, which are located outside Walgate, northwest New South Wales, and they are major tributaries in the Murray-Darling system. Another main reason why they choose these two rivers is that they have two major Australian indigenous tribes, Gamilaraay and Gamilaraay. According to the Water NSW, this graph showing volume of flows in mean megaliters per day at Dinger Bridge. As you can see, after the July of 2018, the volume of flows is almost zero. In other words, this is to say the river is dry. Okay, that is all part of my presentation. Now I'd like to hand on to my group member. Thank you.
Okay, I'm Owen. Now let me talk about inhabitant analysis. The Gamilaraay forms one of the four largest indigenous nations in Australia. The nation was made up of many smaller family groups who had their own parcels of land to sustain themselves, which is so-called band-level social organization. And their language, Gamilaraay language, is classified as one of the Pama-Nungan languages. After some parts have been reconstructed, it continues to be spoken down to the 1980s. Also, at the rite of initiation, the young people will be taught another local language called Taik. And this special kind of carved trees were prepared for these rites. Okay, let's take a look at Gamilaray's habitat. The geographical location has been introduced before, so now let's focus on the two rivers around them, the Bowen and the Namoy. As can be seen from the map, the two rivers and their tributaries covered more than 90% of the land area of Gamilaraay, and their lives also seem to depend heavily on rivers. In Gamilaraay, there are special grain named sterculia, which is often made into bread, and they also have yams and other roots as vegetable, and also the Gamilaraay hunt the birds, kangaroos, rays, and raccoons. In addition, the aquatic products such as fish, crayfish, mussels, and shrimp is an important food supply. Okay, there's something about their habitat.
Hello everyone, I'm Yajing. Now I will continue to talk about this place disaster. There are three reasons for the change of this place environment: drought, land clearing, and climate change. The depletion of rivers has reduced the amount of fresh water that people can eat. The pollution of the well water has made the water resource in this area even more scarce. The drought caused the river to dry up. As a result, residents who depend on rivers had to live on well water. However, due to drought, The deaths of many plants and animals polluted the soil here. Therefore, the groundwater here is also polluted. New South Wales Health Director of Environmental Health, Richard Booming, said the edema that occurs in warm nature surface waters and the soil causes infection, which is rare, but nearly always fatal. Edema meningitis can occur if water containing active edema goes up someone's nose. Unfortunately, the temperature here is still rising, which makes the drought more and more serious. This is undoubtedly worse for the local residents.
This is Alan speaking, and I will introduce the design ideas part. In order to solve these problems, we discussed several situations. In the course of this discussion, we believe that the evaporation of soil water caused by the high temperature is one of the key factors contributing to the local drought. Therefore, we should try to solve the problem of water evaporation caused by excessive temperature. At the same time, the fundamental lack of water resources and the inappropriate use of water resources also needs to be considered. For this purpose, we offer two situations. The first approach is to focus on locally available water, proper planning and drainage of it. In the process, suitable plants are planted to improve the local environment to achieve sustainable development. It is a good way to excavate the diversion channel by hand. Artificial riverbeds are used to avoid the loss of water resources caused by soil absorption. In the process of plant planting and irrigation, hand slabs are used to cover the soil to reduce the evaporation of water resources brought by high temperature, so as to achieve the purpose of normal plant growth. In light of this scheme can improve the local ecological environment, reduce the excessive temperature, and avoid the drought caused by the high temperature. The second situation is to solve the local drought by taking the water resources of the whole Australia as a starting point and introducing the abundant water resources in the periphery of Australia to the central inland region where water resources are scarce. The whole idea refers to China's South and North Water Diversion Project. As the topography of Australia and China is different, the height differences of different regions should be considered to artificially create water resources dredging. Both of these situations are long-term work, but once completed, they can provide a long-term solution to the local drought problem.